Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We have another episode of Let's Rumble. A very special guest in the house. We're going to do a lot of talking about some wrestling, about where he's at, where he's going, and what he's up to. We got so much to get into, folks. Make sure you strap in, strap on, and enjoy the show. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anything else. I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. But let's be real. We're here for a special guest today. We're going to talk to the man, the up and coming star, the Bulldog. Ray Pittman is in the house. How are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm good, man. Great.
Yeah, keeping busy.
Yeah, always, gotta keep training, gotta keep getting better,
Yeah, well, Ray, we've seen you, beyond Wrestling Open. We've seen you, getting involved. We've seen you, kind of making a name for yourself. Where did all this come from? Where did it start?
Well, it started about 5 years ago, all my life I've been playing football, but I've been into wrestling, my era is like the Attitude Era, and in the early
Mhm.
John Cena, Kurt Angles, that's when, and then like around '09 and 2010 is where it just shut down for me, because that's when I started to go to college and play ball, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, I played football all my life, and then it came to a point where, like, I got my daughter too, and I had just sat and just thought, like, dang, I need to do something else. You know what I mean? Like, what else can I get into that? Because it's not going nowhere right now. So what else I'm gonna do? So sat down for a little bit, scrolled on Facebook, boom, wrestling right there. So I was like, oh, let's just give it a shot.
No, it's perfect. So you decided, you know what, I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to try it out. Where did you end up starting that journey? What was the Facebook ad for?
My man's Frank Leone from Go
Mhm.
Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
I was playing football with him or
Okay.
whatever. So I was just so happy to be scrolling down, and I seen it was a whole wrestling thing, and he was on it. I just hit him up like, yo, you a wrestler? How do I get into this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, I didn't know he was a wrestler. We teammates. But yeah, he said, nah, I'm not a wrestler, I'm just a cameraman. But I could point you in the right direction. I
Hmm.
said, okay. So he sent me to Gino Caruso, ECPW, East Coast Professional Wrestling, over in
Yep.
Parsippany, New Jersey, And
Hmm.
ever since then, I've been rocking with Gino. Me and Gino taught me. He started it all off. He started the ball. Actually, I was blue chip first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was the blue chipper. And then
Okay.
Bulldog just came on. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, you were just a fan of wrestling. You saw an opportunity. You hook up with Gino. What was the introduction like? What was your first days in the wrestling training? How did you take it?
um I didn't know what to expect at first when I walked in there. But then
Hmm.
well, who was in there with me? It was Gino Caruso and the Kodiak Bear that was in there with me.
Okay.
And they was like, all right, take your first back bump. And when I did it wrong. But he was
Yep.
like, look, it's like taking a rug from underneath you. Like, you know how when they tell you to fall, but brace yourself? I don't
Hmm.
want you to brace yourself this time. I want you to hit it and smack the mat. So I did it. Boom. I hit my head a little bit, but it felt good. Like it felt like I was on the field, like I was playing again. Like I felt that contact. So I was
Yep.
like, oh, that felt good. Can I do this again? And he let me do it again, and I did a flip bump, and I just got a little carried away a little bit, but it was all good. Like, I enjoyed it, and I still to this day enjoy training at ECPW with my guys and the new guys coming in and the
Yep.
older guys that was there. Um my tag partner now, he's been there for 10 years. Kenny Bangle, Mr.
Yep.
All Day Kenny Bangle. That's my tag partner. That's where Silk City Kings, we started it there, so You know, that it's just I got a lot of things going on in ECPW, and I like it. I'm happy.
That's excellent, excellent. So, would you say like you were just kind of instantly hooked? You're like, okay, I can do this, or where you kind of did it take you a moment to kind of be certain that that's the direction you were going to go?
No, my first back bump, my first flip bump, my first little drop kick, I knew this is where I had to be. So like this is where I had to be. Like it was just when I did it, like I used to watch like Jeff Hardy and them like doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Drop kick Eddie Guerrero, S.A. Rios, doing drop kicks and stuff like that. And I
Yep.
did it, and it looked, and I recorded, and it looked like theirs. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let me revamp it. But yeah.
Well, you kind of stole my next question a little bit, but I was going to ask some of your early inspirations, but you named off a few good names there.
Yeah, man. It's really all not. I don't want to say all '90s because I really be like into the '80s wrestling too a little bit, and
Yep.
even in now, my favorite guy right now is LA Knight. So
Nice.
I be on it, but yeah,
Yo.
yeah, Stone Cold, yeah, Stone Cold, Edge and Christian, the Brood, the Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, it's so many other the Headbangers. It's a lot of people that I watched that's in the '90s that gave me a good give me a little idea of what to do with myself in wrestling a little bit.
That's amazing. Now who came along? Like now you've been in it for a little bit. Are there some people that have kind of taken you under their wing, and you were really grateful to kind of get you through that door and keep you going?
Yeah, it's a few people. It's actually a few people. I gotta say first, my man's now my tag partner Kenny Bangle.
Yeah.
He came to me about the idea of me and him tagging and stuff like that, and me just being me. I'm for it. Like, yeah, let's do it, bro. But little did I know like how good it was gonna be. Like, it's actually really pretty good. Like, we actually complement each other really well. But then my guy Crazy Ivan, my guy Dirtbag Dan, Prince Akhenaten,
Hmm.
who else? Tons of other people. Even, Sonny Kisby, I don't want to say he took me under the wing, but he's definitely like one of the people that's in my life now in the wrestling business now that's really like helped me a lot. Him, Alex Ryman, a bunch of guys, a bunch of guys.
That's amazing. I mean, that's always been the talk, right? I mean, some people have come in and they don't feel that, they belong or they fit, but once you find that kind of groove in that family, it seems to just pole vault people and kind of, becomes that community that we all talk about.
Right, yeah. It's actually pretty cool too to hang around a bunch of guys like that we all got the same the same goals, the same ambitions, even some the same likes for real. Like, we into the same thing. So it's cool to have like friendships like that, and makes it fun, it makes the journey a lot better than doing it by yourself.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, what was your first experience like getting in the ring, like for a match?
Okay. It was yeah, it was so crazy because I don't know if I should say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So I had my first match before the day of, I got like arrested or whatever. They put me in a holding cell and stuff like that. Like, and it was my birthday too. It was so crazy.
Oh,
Right?
bro.
Like, so yeah, that happened or whatever. And I ended up being late a little bit to the show. But when I got in there, I ended up working somebody I went to elementary school with, Anthony Zambrano. I
Okay.
went to school with him, and yeah, he was one half of the tag champs at the time, and he was my first match, and it didn't go the way it would go right now, like, but back then, yeah, it was cool. It was all right. It was all
Yeah.
right. Pat on the back for the rookie.
There you go. Did you take an L in your first match?
Huh?
You take the L in the first match?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I did.
Now you talked a lot about, tag team wrestling. You're in a tag team now. Do you have a preference between singles and tag team?
No, actually, I like them both. I like the tag teams. I worked with tags with other people besides besides Kenny before, and it was still fun. It's just with me and Kenny, it's just a better chemistry, I would say. Not saying those guys that I tagged with was bad. They wasn't bad. They was actually really good guys and really good workers. But
Yep.
it's just chemistry between me and him is just a little bit different. And but with singles, I would rather do a 3-way match instead of a singles. So like
Okay.
yeah, it's like but singles is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with singles. It's actually fun. The 3-ways is so much better. It's complicated, but it's so much better.
That's awesome. Now with some of your experiences, I did see that you had a match against Matt Caster as well.
Yes.
How'd that go?
That was cool. Again, me being a new guy, I'm only 5 years in,
Yep.
and when I wrestled Caster, it was early. It was early last year, so I've been like 4. It just started being 4 years, so I'm still young and still new. And the fact that Drew Cordero and Paul Crockett, the fact that they decided to give me the opportunity and work with a guy like Max Caster and stuff like that, even Crowbar,
Yep.
that shows me and lets me know that okay, I got some potential. But now, you know what I mean? It's other things. And that's what he pretty much showed me too after the match. Me working was like, dang, you got a long way to go, brother. Like, like
Mm-hmm.
he's like up there. And it made me feel like, yo, I got a long way to go. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But, that's just me like criticizing myself, being the hardest critic on my, like being hard on myself, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I thank you to those guys too for giving me that opportunity. And one day I hope to work him again for real.
Oh, absolutely. Now, what are some of the things that you're kind of focused on as far as improving your game?
Um, I want to say I always practice selling because there's like, you know, that's the name of the game for real, for real. It's just you
Mhm.
gotta sell.
Yep.
I'm not a big guy. I'm not 7 foot. 300
Right.
pounds. So, me being my body size and me being an athlete, I know I gotta sell for whoever, whenever, and I'm down for it. But psychology too. Psychology is another thing that's really big in wrestling, and
Yep.
you know, uh, that's pretty much it. The moves is cool. I just gotta play something different, and they'll make it make sense.
Yep.
But it's really the psychology that I'm like, really trying to get a hold of and telling the story. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
telling the story, not even like the long term story. I'm talking about like the match story about telling the different stories with the matches and stuff like that. And I got people in my corner that's teaching me the right way, or they do, and I see and I copy or mimic. You know what I mean? I try to get a good grasp of what's going on, and it's
Mhm.
okay so far. I still learning, but
Still learning. You're always learning.
yeah, a
Curious, does any of your football background play into your wrestling?
little bit, a little bit. Like I try to incorporate as much as I can into it,
Yep.
but for me, it's just so different. Like it's just it's just so different, like I played defense my entire
Yep.
life. I played strong safety, outside backer, sometimes corner, you know.
Yep.
So I'm a thumper.
Right.
I mean, like, but so like nah, it's a little different, but I try to get like, get the crowd, get my like the same energy I would have when I come out the tunnel from a football
Mm-hmm.
game. That's the same energy I would come out of the curtain, or same energy I would give when I'm starting my comeback or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like I try to put it in there as much as I can, so people could get the concept.
No, absolutely. Now, with that being said, overall, how would you define or describe your style to the fans?
Uh, my style, I wouldn't say brawl, even though I wouldn't mind doing it.
Okay.
I would say I'm just a fighter.
Just
I'm just a fighter. Yeah, like whatever you bring to the table, I'm gonna match your energy straight up.
mhm.
I'm gonna go above and beyond. But yeah, man, Bulldog's a fighter. Like it's what you see is what you get, and you're gonna get a whole lot of Bulldog. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Yeah, that's yeah, from your clips, the energy is the one thing that definitely stands out. Like you feed off that crowd, and you seem to, as you touched on, you want to bring that energy every time, and it's apparent.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's so dope too when, you know, I got the kids barking, and then
Yeah.
I got their parents barking, and whoever bark, yo, it's just so lit. Like it be so popping. But yeah, yeah, that's the energy I want. You know, it's been. I gotta say, it's been progressing the right way. You
Mhm.
know, it's never over though. You know, I gotta put more into it. You know what I mean? I gotta do more,
Yep.
say or add on to it. You know, whatever it's gonna be. But you know, it's doing all right so far. It's doing better than what I thought it was. You know,
It's all we can hope for, right?
right?
Now with, you did have, or you still are, having experience with, the Beyond Wrestling Open. That was part of, you kind of your resume to this point. How was that experience?
Wrestling Open was cool. You know, you met a lot of guys, like a lot of talent that was up there, bro. Like for real. I could ring off names for real. Besides Caster, like I got who's that? Alec Price,
Yeah.
Channing Thomas, LKM,
Yeah.
you know, LMK, Lil Mean Kathleen. My fault, Kathleen.
I,
You know,
I knew
uh,
you were talking about.
you know, yeah, you get tons of people that was up there, man. The main event, who else? Miracle Generation. There's tons of people that was up there, man. Brick City Boys, those my guys too. Brick City
Yeah.
Boys. But yeah, you know, it's a lot. It was a lot of talent up there, you know, and I was never nervous. I was
Mhm.
always, you know, motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like I was motivated to be great. Hold on, man. Go find mommy. Go find mommy. I was motivated to be great. You know what I mean? I was motivated to reach the level that they was at. You know, because most of them been doing it for 8+ years. You know, and I'm
Yep.
still like a little homie because I'm like, you know, 3, 4, 5 years in.
Mhm.
So, you know, I was never intimidated. I was always motivated. Especially when he came and said, "Yo, you got to work caster." I said, "Word." You know, like, let's
Let's
do it.
go.
Yeah, you know, I was motivated, man, and I'm still motivated now. You know, I'm
Yeah.
actually even more motivated to get better. You know, than how I was before. And then I'm now, myself and
Yep.
and myself, we're on Bull James show, Outlaw Wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, we're on ISPW with Tommy Farrow. We traveled down to North Carolina for UPWA with Don Bauer and everything. We do like we making a little bit of moves, but you know, it's always more to make, and that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get. You know,
It's all in the process, right?
you know. So, hey man, like I said, I play football. I know how this go. I know how it go. Like it's a different sport, but it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's the
Mhm.
same exact thing. Like I, I I had my friends. I told my friends, I'm like, yo, they had asked me how this go on or whatever, how it go. I'm like, yo, we all play football. So think of the indies like high school. Think
Yep.
of think of like MLW, not even MLW. Think of like OVW or
Mhm.
Memphis Championship Wrestling as D1 AA, D2, whatever. And then
Yep.
WWE AEW is the NFL. That's
Yep.
how it go. You know, it's all the same thing. It's just a different sport. It's what you do, what you put into it. You know what I mean? You know, you put what you're gonna get what you get out of it. You're gonna get what you put into it. You know what I mean? So I just got
And
hard.
you're putting a ton into it right now.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
No, it's excellent. But now, are there any big experiences, big moments that have stood out for you so far? I mean, we've touched on a couple, but as you've gone through this last few years, anything you look back and wow, like that's pretty cool, that's pretty amazing.
A few things. I did a dive one time in Ridgefield Park, and the crowd. Actually, it was once I did it by myself in Ridgefield Park. The other one was me and Kenny in Brooklyn for Outlaw, and I did a dive. The crowd go, "Holy shit, holy!" I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up."
Ah, yeah.
But or this is awesome, man. It was dope. But just getting to see or just getting to share a locker room with guys like Max Caster, Val Venus, the Headbangers,
Yeah.
Elo Brown, you know. Uh, I got to meet Tito Santana, Savio Vega. it's that stuff right there. Like I see these people on TV, like
Yeah.
to actually sit next to him and hear him talk and chop it up with him and whatever. You know what I mean? That's dope. Like, you know, that's
Uh-huh.
cool to me, you know.
Hmm.
For me to be in a match with them, that'd be even cooler. But just to get to see them and hear the crowd reaction, that's just the dopest thing for me.
That's amazing. Is anybody had you like real starstruck? Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do right now. What are you doing here?
Yes, this actually happened recently. It was Bret Hart was there and everything, but it wasn't even Bret Hart that I was so shocked about because I see him all over. It was the headbangers. I'm all
Okay.
like we did it. Me and Kenny did a match or whatever, and we won and stuff. I'm on the top rope. I had no idea he was there. I was on the
Right.
top rope. I had my eyes closed, did my thing. I opened my eyes. I'm like, oh, it's the headbangers all in the ring. And I was like, oh, I didn't even mean to do that.
Was amazing.
Yeah, that was cool because I ain't seen them in so long, and I
Hmm.
was watching Peacock, and I just seen them win the NWA tag titles.
Yep.
So I just turned the TV off. I go to the show, go to the event. It was 80s con. I go
Hmm.
to the event and I see them. I'm like, oh, they right there. That's what's up. And then Godfather was there dressed as Papa Shango's. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of stuff. It was a lot going on that day, you know. I met other stars outside of wrestling too that was there too, and it shocks me that they're into it. I had no idea that wrestling was such a big community and a big universe. I had no idea how big it was, and now me being in it, I could see how big it is, and you know, it's
Yeah.
dope.
It's crazy. It's crazy when a lot of times you're like, as a wrestling fan, you're like, you're not even sure if you should be proud of being a wrestling fan. And then you talk to people and you're like, oh shit, there's so many people,
Exactly,
kind of dialed into this.
man. Like I'm
Yeah.
all there at 80s con. I see the. I'm like, yo, what you doing here? Like, oh, sweat.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It's funny how that works. But now you're rolling through this and you've got a good amount of momentum behind you. Where do you see the next little bit going for you? Like, what's your plans?
Um, Listen, man, I don't even. My plans is to make it big. You know, it's to make it. I want to take myself and Kenny. I want to take the Silk City Kings thing to the next level. You know, because
Hmm.
that's my guy, and you know, the little bit of time we only been tagging together for about a year and a half,
Yep.
and in this year and a half, you know, he took me on the wing. He brought the brotherhood that I was looking for to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I really wanna make it with him. If I make it at all, I want to make it with him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, if we're so fortunate, and that's really the next goal, taking Silk City Kings to the next level and stuff. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
You got a guest star back there.
yeah, I know. Hey, come here, go see
Go
mama.
say hello.
I'm coming.
Um, that's awesome. But yeah, now that you guys are rolling along, I mean, what's the dynamic? Obviously, you guys are good friends, and like you said, he gave you that brotherhood. What are you two like away from the ring together?
Yo, he's funny. he's he's funny, man. Like, okay, go eat your cookie. He's funny, man. He's I had no idea he's just a really good guy to be around. Like he's just super funny. Like, you know, you gotta hang around him to really get the feel of who Kenny is or whatever, you know. Cause I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes, you know, who we are in the ring is separate from who we are outside of the ring, you know, sometimes.
Absolutely.
But I'm not gonna say that's what's going on with him, but I'm gonna say, like, if you really chill with Kenny, sit down, chop it up with him, even sit have a drink with him, he's gonna have you laughing at some point in time, maybe the whole time. But you know what I mean? Like, he's really, really good. And then he brought around me, you know, other guys honestly, Sonny Kiss is a really, really good dude, man. He's a
Yeah.
really, really good guy, man. He's super dope, super down to earth. You know, he's super cool. My boy Alex Ryman, he's super dope, man. Really good mind for the technical wrestling stuff. Like he go over seas to do to learn stuff, come back and show his friends and me everything was going on. So Corey Dillinger, it's a lot of people that's, you know, that I could really big up and shout them out. And you know, uh put their name out there and give them a whole bunch of credit. It's tons of guys, but yeah, the Kenny is really like he's really been a really good friend to me, really good brother to me, and I'm happy that we're tagging. He's around.
There,
Yep.
there you go. Sticking silk for a while now.
Yep. Yep.
What do you guys have cooking on the horizon for you guys right now?
We got a few things. We got ECPW this Friday.
Nice.
Sunday we got Alpha Junior's promotion Battlefield Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
EPW. Then I think we got ECPW again, ISPW again. I believe we got Outlaw coming up too. I gotta check on. It's a few things that's coming up, man.
Out of curiosity, what was the reaction from the people around you, like friends, family, when you said, you know what, I'm gonna make a push, I'm gonna go this way with it?
Surprisingly, they was down. Like,
okay.
So I've been playing football all my life.
Yeah.
My dad and everybody else seemed to know, seem to have known, like maybe football not it. Maybe you got to do something else. And it was only me and a couple other people that just wouldn't listen. Like I just felt like, I gotta do this, whatever. So,
yeah.
I once that didn't go through, that's when I started the whole wrestling thing. And when I told the one that really shocked me was my dad. Like I had no idea that my dad was gonna be for it as much as he is. Like he'll come like, dog, you slammed somebody today? You drop kick somebody? Dog? Your auntie said she seen you on Instagram and Facebook. I'm like, oh, word, y'all down for this? Like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, my dad was really that shocked me a lot. And everybody else, and my brothers and my cousins and my friends, they was all for it. My mother and my grandmother, they not really, and my grandfather, they not really, they happy that I'm happy.
Yeah.
Really, they don't want me to get hurt, the whole thing, But for the most part, everybody was really for this and really hoping I get far. And a lot of people trying to help me, give me advice on how to get my name out there, what to do and stuff like that. And I gotta really, besides the people in my family, I gotta shout out my boy Jay Bougie for putting me on and stuff like that. I mean, shout out to Jay Bougie, man, for real.
Yeah, friend of the show, great interview for those who haven't seen that one. But yeah, I know, a good guy, and he did connect us. So thank you to Jay for that, for sure.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Jay.
So who is the little guest star in the background?
This is my stepson.
Okay.
Makai. Say hi, Makai.
Hi, buddy.
Okay. Go find mommy. But yeah, even having them around the kids, like my girlfriend, she got 3 kids, and I got my daughter and stuff. So all 4 of them coming together, they be saying my little slogan, I got a shot collar with your name on it, and barking. It's so dope. Like it's just fun. Like it's just so. I'm happy I chose this stuff, man. I mean, even if I don't make it, even if I'm not fortunate, I'm just happy that I get to have these memories and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Where did that catchphrase come from?
I was listening to Meek Mills.
Oh, nice.
What song? I think it was "In God We Trust," and he was like, I got a bullet with your name on it. So I was like, let me flip that and see how, and it just caught on. So I was like, and the time to play thing, me playing football, I just stole one of the the team chairs, piece. It's time to play or whatever. And I got a shot collar with your name on it. Yeah, see, yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah. So yeah, that came from.
No, that's good, man. That's good. And the little ones, I mean, they always make it fun. You're surprised how much my little one is like, shouting out stuff like.
That's my daughter that just walked past, so they just, I don't know. Nia, take some and y'all get out. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, baby. Makai, come on.
I love it. Let's go.
Go with Nia. Okay.
No worries. I got a little one myself, man. I get it. No, that's awesome. Now, like you said, your big aspirations, you're shooting for the moon, you want to get there one day. I mean, it's such a tough question as far as you're just looking for the opportunities. You know, there's no real preference, I don't imagine.
No preference at all. WWE call, I'm going. AEW call, I'm going. MLW, Impact. We'll talk about New Japan. We'll talk about that. That's
Nice.
hard, but you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Would
but
you like to go overseas sometime?
huh?
Would you like to go overseas sometime?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go overseas sometime, to do I'll go to Germany, I'll go to
Hmm.
the UK,
Hmm.
I'll go to New Japan, but somebody scared me with their training record. Like it scared me. I'm like, hold up, I ain't do this in football camp. Like, what's this? Like, what you talking about? But you
Yeah,
know, I'll go anywhere, honestly, anywhere, It's all about putting on a show for the fans and having fun, you know.
absolutely. That's good. I always ask, well, I ask a lot of our guests when it comes to your moveset, what's your finisher? What is it?
The shot collar.
Yeah.
So what it is a side slam from the fireman's carry.
Yep.
So I'll take him here from the fireman's carry. I'll have his legs. I'll pick the legs up and swing him down. He'll take a back bump. Boom.
Yep.
Kind of like a different variation of the F5 or the Sean O'Hara's big move.
Yep.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's like a variation of that.
Fair enough. I like it. I like it. Now, just last as we get towards the door here, but you know, you got a lot going on. Do you want to let the fans know where they can find you, where they can check you out? What again, you're up to a lot, but you all your socials.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess you could do the Twitter thing. I don't really be on Twitter, but Twitter is I am Bulldog 16. But
Hmm.
if you really want to chop it with me, talk to me. I mean, you can find me on Instagram a bunch.
Hmm.
My Instagram is real name _ Bulldog 16.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be on TikTok sometimes. I am Bulldog. And Facebook. Ray Pittman.
Right.
Facebook. Ray Pittman. There you go.
Funny, you said Bulldog 3 times, and you had to think. Ray, yeah, Ray. I'm Ray.
I had because Facebook. I tried to change my name to Bulldog Pittman.
Hmm.
They wouldn't let me do it. They only would let me put Bulldog as a nickname. So,
Uh,
but they wanted me to. They tried to force me to put a first name. So I was like, all right, cool. Ray Pittman. Let's just
there
leave
you go. All these rules.
it.
No, that's excellent, man. No, we do appreciate you stopping by. Now, do you find that part of the business, like you are putting yourself out there a lot? That's kind of how we came across each other. You got the wrestling side of things and the business side of things. You're clearly focused and amping that up as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. The business side it's harder because I don't really it's harder because I have to manage myself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I gotta manage my shows when I gotta remember all of this stuff by myself. Like it's a lot of stuff to remember. Well, when it starts to pile up more and more and more, that's when it's
Mhm.
harder and harder. I'm gonna be looking for somebody to really help me. But but
Right.
you know, yeah, nah, the managing myself part, it's okay. It's a little hard. I'd rather have a team with me to help
Hmm.
on some decisions, like maybe like a 3-4 man team to
Yep.
help certain decisions and stuff like that. Help me come up with something new, help me out with my bookings and stuff like that. Help me figure out what I'm doing here, stuff like that. It would be having a 4-man team would help, but
Yep.
if I got myself, I'm straight.
Got it. Last question. What's your football team?
Oh, easy. Giants, man. New
Yeah,
York Giants
Giant.
all day, man. We winning the Super Bowl this year, God willing.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. So, no, Ray, thank you for being here. We look forward to seeing where you go. We will definitely follow up with you, get you back on, and see how things are progressing. But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you out there even more. If you want to call out anybody, you want to shout out anybody, now would be the time.
Oh man, hey, look, man. Thank you for having me, bro. I really appreciate it, KJ, man. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
This is big for me. You know what I mean? This is a really big opportunity, and I appreciate you, man. Shout out Jay Bougie for putting this together for me, man. For plugging it in. Shout out my family and friends. everybody that's in my corner, and shout out all my fans, man. Everybody, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for locking in, holding it down for the dog. You know what I mean, being real good fans, you know, being really good friends too. You know, I appreciate y'all. And shout out to my man Frank Leon and Gino Caruso for starting the Bulldog off. I appreciate you.
There you go, folks. Now, everyone out there, go check out Ray, the Bulldog. Go check him out. Go be a part of the crew and give him some love as we watch his career blossom. But we thank you for being here. We thank everyone for being involved. Don't forget, we got more interviews, more live content than anyone else out there. So keep coming back for more. And until next time, I thank everybody. Big Ray, thank you.
Yo.
And we'll see you on the flip side, folks. Bye for now.